play to win. We don't play to CPG.
What's going on? It's your boy Dan Bucko Got User, and we are back, y'all. Day 3 of the Madden Ultimate Team ratings of the rosters out. And today we got those free safeties, those hard hitting strong safeties, and you know we got those tight ends that's gonna catch everything for us. And guys, I gotta let y'all know this update through my predictions was pretty close of what I was looking for. I will say that some of these are gonna surprise you a little bit. I think with some greatness of how great these cards are. I have to say the greatness of these cards is it was surprising to me. I thought, linebackers, we had a couple, but on the defensive side, the best position I've seen so far is probably going to be the safeties as a whole unit. And I think that's because Madden knows we're going to use these guys. So let's go ahead and let's start on the safeties, and let's go into these tight ends with this great update we got for y'all today. So, first things first, we got the safeties lined up today. No order exactly, but I'm gonna wait. We're gonna have it stood out for us. So we have on here Kyle Hamilton, Jamal Adams, Adrian Phillips, Derwin James, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Kyle Duggar, Harrison Smith, Jordan Poyer, Buda Baker. And of course, we're back to Kyle Hamilton again. So, guys, these are some of the cards I'm seeing here. You guys probably can't see the ratings on here. Excuse me, not the ratings, but the speeds. But I will say, after looking through all of them, the Derwin James and the C.J. Gardner-Johnson is probably the fastest and going to be like the best pursuit. Now, I will say, with the speed threshold right now, none of these are bad cards. Adrian Phillips is a little slow. But the Derwin James is probably my go-to, and then C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Kyle Duggar, nothing wrong with. Kyle Duggar was actually really good last year when the game first came out. So I actually like the Kyle Duggar card. Any of the other cards, the Kyle Hamilton card, a tall card. So there's nothing wrong with the Kyle Hamilton card. The Kyle Hamilton card is just a really tall card. It's a good card, but he's really tall. I like him. I think he's going to be actually a straight card. But if you want somebody out the gate, you got to go with Derwin James and Gardner-Johnson. To me, those are the cards you're going to probably want to bust out early with just because of how they progress and what they're looking like. That's just my opinion, though. Now, those right there were the strong. Now, when we get into the free, I got to let you guys know, the free safeties, they're a pretty good batch of looking free safeties, too. Going off of here, Tyrann Mathieu. My boy Kevin Byard, KB on here, Quandre Diggs, Micah Hyde, Jesse Bates, Marcus Williams, Antoine Winfield, and Jimmy Ward. And then, of course, Minkah Fitzpatrick being the leading boss out there. Minkah Fitzpatrick card is actually pretty dope. The Kevin Byard card is actually a pretty good card, too. He's going to go to my Titans team. Jesse Bates not bad. I will say that the free are probably better than the strong just because of the ratings overall. But that Minkah Fitzpatrick card, let me tell you guys, that Minkah Fitzpatrick card is going to probably have to be my starter. The Minkah Fitzpatrick card. And then me personally, because I know they can all play different positions, I'd probably move Minkah to strong, and I'd probably move Kevin Byard to free and let him be my starting free. And hopefully there'll be a chemistry where I can swap out the actual position of where they are. The Tyrann Mathieu card is not a bad card either. If we're just talking about straight user, these cards aren't bad just because they have the zone, just because if you're not going to use them, just because they have the pursuit that's going to be good enough. The man, they don't have the man. Jimmy Ward's got the man. Minkah's got the man. Even just Simmons got little man. Tyrann Mathieu's got the man too. So if we're talking about where you're going to go is just straight, if you want to put them out there, let them be out there on the man, maybe put them on a tight end, they're not bad cards. Preferably, again, the Minkah Fitzpatrick card is probably going to be the card you're going to probably want to run with. 84 speed, 8 acceleration. Justin Simmons isn't bad either. I'm telling y'all, like, these cards aren't bad cards. They came out, they did their thing. Preferably, I like the free over. I like the strong over the free safeties because the strong safeties, they're a little bit faster. And I can see me using them. They're a little bit stronger. They can hit, and they have a lot more tall range to them as well. So definitely, there's nothing wrong with those. You guys tell me who you thought maybe should have been on here. Who you felt like should have been maybe one of those safeties that should have came out. I was a little, I was pretty spot on with the Derwin James, Minka, Kevin Byard, of course, Tyrann Mathieu, of course. I was pretty spot on with those cards. Those cards are going to be here. I like how this year, just from the last couple of years in the speed ratings, how they're looking. So I'm pretty okay with the speeds of these. They're not overbearing. I have to wait until we see those receivers though. Let's see how the receivers are going to look and those corners are going to look, because right now the safeties, they're okay. They're actually decent. I would really go with the strong though. The strong safeties. They probably use them. And last but not least, y'all, we got those tight ends. Those guys that are going to catch the ball for us. Put us in the best position to go ahead. The quarterback's best friend. I looked over the tight ends, and I will say, the tight ends, there's not a lot of game-breaking speed on the tight ends, guys. There really isn't. There's like one tight end that's going to really make you have to worry about him, and it's the same tight end we had the last few years, and that's, of course, Kyle Pitts. If y'all remember last year, that Kyle Pitts card was special. That Kyle Pitts card was very special. But the tight ends this year, I will say they're not blazing speed. Let's go ahead and let's take a look. So, as you guys can see right here, we have, of course, the number one, Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Mark Andrews, Dallas Goedert, T.J. Hockenson, Darren Waller. There's that Kyle Pitts, man, 84. David Njoku, they skipped him on the speed. Okay, Zach Ertz. So, see, for me, I will say, like, the Travis Kelce, like, those cards got some really crazy spec catch. Spec catch is crazy. I will also say that, the Kyle Phillips is probably the day one I'm going to run with. I'd have to say it's probably going to be Kyle Phillips. And I don't care for Travis Kelce. I like the George Kittle. I like the speed. I like the speed with George Kittle, the short route running, the medium route running. Darren Waller's not a bad card either. If you just want speed tight ends, of course, go Darren Waller and Pitts. But if you want a speed guy as well as a route runner, even a blocking tight end, George Kittle. I like how he looks. Dallas Goedert, a little slow. T.J. Hockenson, slow. They didn't really give him a lot with the strength, as well as with the catching and the route running. So it's like none of these tight ends can really run block, except for George Kittle. So if you got a run-based scheme, I'd probably run George Kittle. Dallas Goedert, if it's a run-based scheme, possession catches, nothing really. But I'm going to probably run George Kittle and Kyle Pitts day one. That's what I'm going to run with. And maybe my third will be another core player for my theme team. The tight ends, though, wasn't a bad batch when we talk about overall. Overall, weren't a bad batch. The speed wasn't super crazy. I'm curious to see what these receivers are going to look like. I'm curious to see what some of these now position players are going to look like now after seeing what we saw with these players right here. Haven't saw a lot of crazy speed yet, guys. Have not. On the offensive side, we've seen the running backs. We've seen the tight ends. Now it's time to see these receivers, because I think that's going to be what's going to hold a lot of weight to what we're going to look for when it comes to what type of offenses people are going to run and what's going to really happen. And going into that, let's go ahead and get into our breakdown again, guys, for what we're showing here. I do see here that we do have, let's pull it up real quick. Tomorrow, we do have the wide receivers and cornerbacks. This is what we've been waiting for, y'all. Wide receivers and cornerbacks tomorrow. And then Friday, outside linebackers. We're really waiting for them quarterbacks. See how them quarterbacks going to look. But tomorrow's going to be like the real game bread. Wide receivers and cornerbacks. How are these receivers going to look speed-wise, route running, spec catch? How are these corners going to look? Zone, man, press, what abilities is going to look good on them. I'm really curious to see how tall the corners are going to be, what's going to be some of the tallest corners, the tallest receivers, how fast they're going to make the meta be for the speed coming out, so we can get an idea of, hey, are people going to be out here day one really trying to, rack us up, or are they really going to out here and try and highball us? But they said in the beta, the highball really isn't working no more, so I'm truly trying to see what's going to work for us right now with these wide receivers and corners. Who are some of your guys' picks at the wide receiver and corner? For me, Mike Evans, Justin Jefferson. Shoot, I'm hoping we can get a DeAndre Hopkins card. Hey, D-Hop. It's so many good receivers, talented, and for them to just do the top 10, it's going to be hard. Cornerback, who you guys want to see? I mean, of course, we got Sauce Gardner. We know he's going to come out there. Maybe a Jair Alexander, Diggs, it's so many different cards. So you guys let me know who you guys are feeling, who you think's going to come out. CPG family, I can't wait for you guys to come out with me tomorrow and go over these. Again, this is your boy Dan Buckle Guy User, and this was another great video for the Madden Ultimate Team Ratings Week. See you guys tomorrow.